I lent my friend thousands of dollars, then they ghosted me, so I made them pay, literally. It started with a call, of those late-night desperate pleas that you can't ignore. I've known Jake since college. He's been my ride or die, the guy who helped me move at 2 a.m. and showed up with a six-pack when my cat died. So when he told me he was in a bind, I didn't hesitate. "Man, I'm in deep," he said, his voice cracking. "I lost my job, and my landlord is threatening to evict me. I just a little help to get back on my feet." A little help turned into $10,000 over the course of 3 months. Every time I transferred money, he promised to pay me back as soon as he landed a new job. "You're a lifesaver, bro," he'd say. "I'll never forget this." At first, I didn't mind. I had, and I trusted Jake. But then, the texts started getting. The went unanswered. Weeks turned into months, and I started to panic. To see his posts on media, new sneakers, dinners out, vacations. Meanwhile, my bank account was bleeding and I was left with excuses and silence. I tried reasoning with him. "Jake, I need that money back. It's not just about the cash, it's about trust." I know, he'd say. "I'm working on it." Then came the ghosting. No more texts, no more calls. It was like he vanished into thin air. I felt like a fool. I'd trusted him, and he'd taken advantage of me, but I wasn't going to let him get away with it. I pulled out the loan agreement we'd signed, something it insisted on because, even with friends, money could complicate things. It was all there, the amounts, the dates, his signature. I hired a lawyer and filed a small claims case. The day of hearing, Jake finally showed up, looking sheepish. "You didn't have to do this," he said, avoiding eye contact. "Yeah, I replied. The judge ruled in my favor. Jake was ordered to pay me back in full, plus interest. I gave him a payment plan he'd promised me. But this time, I was in control. It wasn't just about the money. It was about standing up for myself and setting boundaries. Jake and I aren't friends anymore, and that's okay. Sometimes you have to learn the hard way who really has your back. Now, every time I see my bank account recovering, I remind myself, loyalty is priceless, but it shouldn't come at the cost of your self-respect.